Variable percentage withdrawal for retirement planning. I love this methodology. I'm a huge fan. Some guy, man, I can't believe I'm forgetting the names of people who send me this stuff because I get so much stuff. But this, I'm going to read it to you. This is freaking awesome. The drawback about the traditional way of retirement planning with the 4% rule, the big drawback, my friends, is saying, look, I'm going to take 4% the first year and I'm going to adjust it each and every year with inflation. So I got $100,000. I'm going to take $4,000 the first year. The inflation will be 3%. So whatever that is, 4,120 the next, and the next, and the next. And I don't like that because basically it has nothing. For so many reasons, I don't like it. The biggest reason I don't like it is because it doesn't have any. It's just saying you're going to continue to take out this linear amount each and every year, regardless of what happens to the previous year of the markets. And I think that's silly. I get the rule. I get why Bill Bangett did it. I got nothing but the utmost respect. It's not a bad starting point. But the issue is if the market's down 20%, you're still pulling, you got to do something differently. And on top of that, the safe withdrawal rate is literally stating this is the minimum, this is the maximum. That's what it was. The maximum you could take out, according to Bill Bangett, when he ran those numbers from 50 to 1990 or something, I can't remember. But that's the maximum you could take out to never run out of money in any 30-year time frame over that 40-year cycle, if that makes sense. So you never ran out of money, but more often than not, you had a whole lot left that you give to your kids. So you were flying coach while they were flying first class, and we don't want that to happen. So what's a better way? And I like this a lot, and it's gonna be hard for me to maximize this because this on Bogleheads, it goes over here to the right. So if I maximize it, you won't be able to read what's over here. So I'm gonna share this with you. Actually, I didn't click on this discussion. What does that show us here? Maybe I won't. All right, never mind. All right, so this is a variable percentage withdrawal from Bogleheads. And let's just read what it is real quick, and then we'll show you the numbers that you can use for your own financial planning. It is a withdrawal method that adapts to retirees' retirement horizon, asset allocation, and portfolio returns during retirement. It combines the best idea of the constant dollar, which is, we're going to take 4% a year, adjusted each and every year with inflation. Constant percentage, I'll take 5% a year or whatever. And I don't know what the 1 over N withdrawal methods is. That 1 over your age, I'm not sure what that one is. To allow the retiree to spend most of his portfolio using return adjusted withdrawal. See, I like that. We're going to adjust it based on the vagaries of the market as opposed to adjust it based on some rule that we used 10 years ago and now that's no longer relevant to our current day-to-day issue. By adapting withdrawals to market return, VPW, variable percentage withdrawals, will never prematurely deplete the portfolio. 100% agree with that. And it makes sense. I mean, if you got $100,000, you take 4% out, you got $4,000. If that market goes down to $50,000, you take out 4%, you're only taking $2,000 out. That's how it should be. But Josh, I need that $4,000. Well, then you might want to look at an annuity for sure. All right, so the VPW uses a variable increasing percentage to determine withdrawals from a portfolio during retirement. Each year, the withdrawal is determined by multiplying that year's percentage by the current portfolio balance at the time of withdrawal. The VPW method and spreadsheet were collaboratively developed and improved by a group of Bogleheads. They back-tested it on 2 data sets from 1871 to 2018 in Canada. So good stuff, man. I love this stuff. All right. VPW is best used in conjunction with a guaranteed income base from Social Security, pensions, and if necessary, an annuity. Missing payments between retirement and the start of Social Security can be provided using a simple CD ladder. I just freaking love it. The barbell. For the purpose of VPW calculations, the money set aside in the CD ladder or short-term bond fund should not be considered as part of the portfolio. I completely agree. So you got $1 million over here. You need $200,000 to live off before your Social Security pension kicks in. Now you got $800,000 over here. You can put $200,000 in your CD ladder. The perfect barbell approach. The following procedures should be repeated each year of retirement. Look up the withdrawal percentage for your age. For the couple, the age of the younger spouse is used, and the plan asset allocation for your portfolio for the upcoming year in the table below. We'll show you this, but for an example, a 65-year-old retiree with a 30% stocks, 70% bond portfolio would find 4.4% as the amount he should take out, or she. Multiply the current balance of your portfolio by that percentage. For example, the portfolio balance of 1.2 million, you take 4.4 out as 65, so you'd be able to take 52,800. Note that the withdrawal amount changes each year. It must be recalculated because both the portfolio balance and the withdrawal percentages have changed since the previous year. Withdraw the withdrawal amount and rebalance your portfolio. Every few years, you should review your overall plan. Around at the age of 80, and this is where I'm not sure I agree with, but I get the issue. I don't disagree with it. I'm not sure I'd do this, but what they're saying, once you hit 80, it is important to consider using part of your remaining portfolio to buy, and I don't like the inflation index. I would definitely, no way, I would definitely not do an inflation index SPIA if I'm 80 years old. No, don't do it. Don't do it because you only have 15 years left of life. You're not going to recoup the benefit of a lower payout on the front end to get higher payouts that adhere for inflation on the back end. Just not going to do it. So don't do an inflation index annuity. No. But anyway, so they're saying buy a SPIA at 80 so that your total non-portfolio income, including Social Security and pension, is sufficient to live comfortably independently of future portfolio withdrawals. This aims to reduce the financial risk associated with living past 100. I agree with that. But all right, and then he says it is suggested to limit the withdrawal percentage to no more than 10% after buying the SPIA. All right, so I'm not so sure I agree with that, but we can talk about this. So let's say you're 62. We're going to say you're 50-50 stocks to bonds. You're 62 years old. We'll say you're 66, but you're beautiful with 62. You take 4.6% a year out. All right. So you say, okay, I got $100,000. I'm taking 4,600 out. All right. So now the next year it goes up to stays at 4.6. In 2 years you have 4.7. So whatever your portfolio is, I keep forgetting my calculator. All right. Whatever your portfolio is, we'll say it's down to $80,000, and so in this case down to $80,000, and you're taking 4.7 out times. You take out 3,760. So you would reduce it a little bit simply because while the percentage has increased, the portfolio has gone down by 20%. So you would reduce the distribution out. But now you fast forward till you're 75 years old and you're taking 5.8% a year out. You're increasing it each and every year, and it's just completely contingent on what the portfolio did. That's why I love it. Now, if you're going to do this with the portfolio, don't be 50. So the barbell approach would be, again, I still like the idea of having CDs for this 30% bonds. All right, so he's saying, what I would say in this case is, well, let's just use what they use. So he's using a 70-30 portfolio, 62 years old. Initially it's 4.6, now it's 5% because we have more stocks, all right? So now we're 75, and the 50-50 is 5.8, now it's 6.2%, and that's fine. I got no qualm with that at all. But I just don't think you should have that much in bonds. I just don't. Not in this environment. No way, Jose. So now when we're 85 years old, we're taking 8.7% a year, 8.3. I love it. I'm a huge fan of the variable withdrawal portfolio that increases each year. I think it's fantastic. I wonder if I could use this. Yeah, I got the spreadsheet there. I wonder if I could use that in some of my calculations. I like it. So basically what's happening is you're increasing your percentage of taking that money out, which I think is fantastic for you to live on. My phone's ringing. I haven't heard that phone ring in a long time. I do have a landline still, and it only rings when it's telemarketers. Anyway, I like it because it increases your percentage as you get older, and yet you'll never run out of money, all right, because you're never going to tap 100% of the principal. But the drawback would be is that you can never get a constant dollar amount. Some of the naysayers would say, but I want to get a constant. But I don't think you need a constant dollar amount. And in fact, I'm so convinced of that. I don't recommend that at all for any people in retirement, because we see the numbers from the BLS, which shows you the money that you need it goes down as you age. That might not be the truth, but if it is the truth, the money you need goes down as you age. This only will serve a better purpose because you're taking more on the front end anyway, if that makes sense. I'm a fan. Now, you can look at your own stuff here, and they don't give anything but a 30 to 70 stocks to bonds at 70-30, but they give you a couple of charts here. I like it. I'm a fan of what these guys do. I think the guy who started Bogleheads has a book on Amazon. I've never read it, but I like it. All right, so I'll let you look at that. I'm a much bigger fan of this than I am on the 4% rule, which I don't like. Tell me your thoughts. Is this something you'd consider? The variable percentage withdrawal rate, is this helpful? Actually, I think it is. If I'm 62 today, I'm sitting there saying I don't want the 4% rule. That's not enough. Let's start with 5%, which is what I say to people anyway, and then move up the stream. So now you're 70, you got 5.6. Now you're 80, you got 7.1. I think it's fantastic. So whoever sent this to me, thank you, sir. And don't forget to smash the like button. It helps move the YouTube algorithm, our overlord. We'll see you next time.